International combustion exit very highest. তারপরে CSCটা ইংরেজিতে বলতে কালকে গিয়েছিলাম
दिल्ली से आ गया तो आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते।
All are requested to please.
চান্স নিতে বলা হয়েছে, সে বলেছে ব্যাংকেরও চা দিচ্ছে, পিডিআরেরও চা দিচ্ছে।
Namaskar. Welcome to the Lalit British and Kolkata. Myself Sudipta Jetterji. I am taking care of security and I will take you through the safety briefing for this venue. This venue has been safety and security audited and cleared. This venue has got basic firefighting amenities to meet any kind of emergencies. This venue is situated at the ground level and this venue has two emergency exit routes on your right hand side and two service doors on your left hand side. There are two glass doors which are the main entry and exit. Our stage assembly area is situated at the main porch. And in case of any emergency, please evacuate yourself through the nearest fire exit and assemble to the safe assembly point for headcount. Today we are not conducting any safety drill, so in case of any emergency, please coordinate with us and evacuate yourself to the nearest fire exit. Thank you, sir.
Arup Raha and General Shankar Rai Chaudhary, they have held up in the staff traffic and they will take a couple of minutes. So we will start the session in a couple of minutes. And thank you for bearing with us. You will request to please be seated so that we can commence the program as soon as they come. Next. Air Chief Marshal Arup Raha, PVSM, AVSM, GM, President Senas K, and Chairperson, Strategic Initiative Committee of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Sri Indrajit Sen, President of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. N.K. Narayanan, former Governor of West Bengal and National Security Advisor of India. Mr. Shyamul Gautho, former Governor of Nagaland and former Chief of Intelligence Bureau. Mr. A.S. Dulat, former Special Director Intelligence Bureau and former Chief Research and Analysis Wing. General Shankar Rai Chaudhary, PVSM, Petron, Senas K. Mr. Anirudh Lahiri, Vice President Senas K and former President of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Shubhadeep Ghosh, Director General of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry. With this, I request Mr. Anirudh Lahiri to please take the session forward. Mr. Lahiri, please.
Good morning. Mr. N.K. Narayanan, former Governor of West Bengal and National Security Advisor of India. General Shankar Rai Chaudhary, PVSM, Patron Senas K, and former Chief of Army Staff. Air Chief Marshal Arup Raha, PVSM, AVSM, VM, President Senas K. Mr. Indrajit Sen, President of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Shyamul Gautho, former Governor of Nagaland and former Chief of Intelligence Bureau. Mr. A.S. Dulat, former Special Director IB and former Chief of RAW, Mr. Shubhadeep Ghosh, Director General BCCI, Your Excellencies from the Consular Corps, other dignitaries present here, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I extend to you a warm welcome to the Senate Day Annual Economic Summit 2018-19, which is, as always, held in partnership with the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the Economic Summit is a forum that is completely focused on crucial aspects of the country's economy. Senate Center for Eastern and Northeastern Regional Studies, Kolkata, for those of you who are not very well aware of the organization, is a premier think tank that provides a forum for research, discussions, and debate for the development, peace, and security in the Eastern Hemisphere as a whole, and the Eastern and Northeastern states of India in particular. Established in 2007-2008, Senate has organized many events related to economic development amongst other subjects. National and international security, and General S. Raichodhuri, who is here amongst us, and the patron of Senate is the founder of the organization. Air Chief Marshal Arup Rana is the president of Senate, and the membership of Senate consists of researchers, scholars, and experts from defense, academia, former bureaucrats, diplomats, police officers, journalists, and industry. Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry is India's, as you probably all know, is the oldest chamber of commerce, tracing its origins to 1833, and regarded amongst the most prestigious chambers, having a long history of championing the economic development of the eastern region of the country. Its many valuable contributions have influenced policy decisions at the central and the state levels. The chamber has traditionally been a forum for stalwarts to meet and share perspectives on growth and development issues, particularly of the eastern region of the country. This year, ladies and gentlemen, the summit aims to discuss and debate an issue of vital importance that can inflict catastrophic damage to the Indian and indeed the global economies. And I'm talking about cyber terrorism. The last decade, ladies and gentlemen, has witnessed rapid and disruptive advancements in the field of technology. Today, the world is more networked, more digitized, and more dependent on technology than ever before. While the immense benefits of technological progress and transformation cannot be denied, it also renders us increasingly vulnerable to cyber attacks and cyber security breaches. Terrorists can launch attacks from virtually any part of the world by employing sophisticated technological weaponry in the form of ransomware, malware, social engineering, phishing, etc., to infiltrate and cripple crucial systems and networks of virtually any individual or organization in the world with relatively minimal personal risk of detection and less lasting damage. Cyber weapons are emerging to be far more potent than bombs and guns, and don't we know that? This event, ladies and gentlemen, will provide a platform for business leaders, cybersecurity experts from the governments, private and public sectors, and subject matter specialists to share their knowledge and experience to formulate strategies to respond to the constantly evolving nature of cybersecurity risks. We are extremely privileged to have amongst us today so many distinguished guests who will address the different and complex issues involved. Without much further ado, I request Air Chief Marshal Raha to deliver his opening remarks. Air Chief Marshal.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our veteran, General Shankar Rai Chaudhary, and all members of CENASK, that is Research Center for Eastern and Northeastern Regional Studies, Kolkata, a strategic think tank based in Kolkata. Shri Indrajit Sen, President, and all members of Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the BCCI. I extend a very warm welcome to all the honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, eminent speakers and panelists, representatives from central and state governments, industrial business houses, armed forces and police, stakeholders from banking and financial institutions, telecom, information technology, power, logistics, transportation and aviation sectors, and other delegates present here, as well as professionals from the media, both television and print media, to this important one-day seminar on the subject cyber terrorism and the economy, a gathering storm. We are very honored and privileged to have amongst us the former Governor of West Bengal and National Security Advisor, Honorable Shri M.K. Narayan, and he has kindly consented to deliver the inaugural address. The former Governor of Nagaland and former Chief of Intelligence Bureau, the IB, Honorable Shri Shamul Datto, who will be delivering the theme address. We are also happy to have with us this morning Sri S. Dulat, the former Chief of Research and Analysis Wing, His Excellency Mr. Damiano Frankovic, the Consul General of Italy in Kolkata, who will be providing us an overseas perspective on the subject. Sri Gulshan Rai, the National Cyber Security Coordinator, and perhaps the most important person in the central government in cyber domain. Shri P.S. Bhattacharya, former Chairman of Coal India Limited, and he has recently authored a book named When Coal Turned Gold, and I would strongly recommend this book to everyone present here. Unfortunately, two senior ministers from the central government who were expected to be here have not been able to make it to this seminar due to pressing commitments in Delhi. However, we have a video message from one of the ministers, Honorable Shri Suresh Prabhu, Minister of Commerce, and that message will be played here for your information. Let me provide a brief perspective on cyber attacks, cyber terrorism, and ultimate cyber warfare. All powerful nations who have a big role to play in the international arena have prepared themselves to mitigate the threats over a very large spectrum of conflicts. At one end of the spectrum is the sub-conventional threat, which transcends into conventional conflict or conventional threat, And at the other end of the spectrum is non-conventional, that is nuclear threat. The sub-conventional threat is in the form of low-intensity conflict, that you all know, it's called LIC, and guerrilla warfare. And now, terrorism is the new phenomenon in this category of threats. The conventional warfare involves maintaining large, well-trained army, navy, air force, equipped with modern state-of-the-art weapon systems to defend the sovereignty of the nation by protecting the land borders, maritime boundaries, and aerospace frontiers. And the non-conventional, that is the nuclear weapon capability, would require the triad consisting of the land, sea, and the air vectors of nuclear-tipped missiles and nuclear bombs. Only a few nations, few powerful nations in the world, which includes India, possesses such capability as of now. However, the next conflict, which I think has already started, is silent and it will be fought and is being fought currently in space and cyberspace domains. Coming to cyber terrorism, we all know that terrorism could be perpetuated by non-state actors or state-sponsored elements. Terrorists are normally very well-trained, well-motivated, though misguided, but well indoctrinated. They're heavily armed and trained, as I mentioned, and they're ready to die for their cause. India has been a huge victim of both these varieties of terror attacks in the recent times. Cyber provides a new dimension to terrorism in today's digital and networked world. It is very dynamic in nature, a dynamic threat of unimaginable potency. It is evolving continuously and it does not require a huge defense force or prohibitively expensive weapon systems to get into this conflict. There are no boundaries or frontiers to protect or to defend. Cyber attacks by cyber warriors, cyber terrorists can take place from any corner of the world, since there is no defined or conventional battlefields or battlegrounds. Cyber terrorism or cyber warfare can bring an organization, an institution, or a nation to their knees without firing a bullet or resorting to violence. The weapon and the modus operandi is very simple. They will attack our digital networks by hacking and embedding malwares and ruin all vital and important functions and activities of a nation. Disruptions in essential services and critical infrastructure like air traffic control system in the aviation sector, banking and financial services, transportation system network, power generation and distribution system, especially nuclear power plants. Automated systems of industrial and commercial ventures would result in catastrophic damages and unprecedented chaos. Nobody, no institution or organization, industry or service provider with a digital network, be it private or public sector entity, is safe or fully protected against cyber espionage, data theft, cyber attack, and cyber terrorism. The objective of this seminar, as was mentioned earlier, is to provide a platform where all stakeholders congregate, that is, cyber domain experts, policymakers, think tanks, chambers of commerce, academics, and others to evaluate the threats and vulnerabilities and determine the mitigation processes involved or defense mechanisms to be adopted for secure functioning as a nation or as an entity or as an organization. I'm certain that the seminar will be very, very productive and there will be many, many takeaways for all the stakeholders at the end of the day. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Ladies and gentlemen, before it becomes very serious, I must share with you a moment of enjoyment, fun that I had. Our chief guest, Mr. M.K. Narayan, his kind courtesy, granted me the opportunity to take another seat while a chief marshal was speaking. So I must share with you my delight, to be at least momentarily be in the position of the Air Chief Marshal Arup Raha and President of Senate. Thank you very much, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after those opening remarks from Air Chief Marshal Arup Raha, I would request our President of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry to deliver his formal welcome address.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I am delighted to welcome you all to today's deliberation on cyber terrorism and the economy, a gathering storm. For the last couple of years, SK and Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry have been partnering to address various topics of economic importance, and the topic of today is currently an issue of serious concern across the world. Assigning a specific definition to cyber terrorism has always been hard due to the difficulty in defining the term terrorism itself. There have been debates over the years on the difference between cybercrime and cyber terrorism. One way of understanding cyber terrorism involves the idea of using cyberspace where the terrorists can cause massive damage of life, worldwide economic chaos, and environmental damage by hacking into critical infrastructure systems, and that such acts are motivated by political, religious, or ideological gains. The act of merely hacking into a computer system for business gains or economic interest should normally be considered as cybercrime. However, if such acts create serious disruption of the economy on a wider scale, and if it specifically affects the government operations, such acts are globally recognized as cyber warfare or cyber terrorism. As has been explained by the President of the SK, Air Chief Marshal Arup Raha, and Mr. Onuruddha Lahiri, former President of Bengal Chamber and Vice President of SK, today the war is not always fought on the battlefield in a conventional manner. Today the world is under continuous threat of a different kind of warfare, the cyber terrorism, where even a small group of individuals with intent to disrupt through cyber network the critical services including financial, banking and infrastructure services can create chaos with disastrous consequences on the economy of any country. To understand this better, one must realize that though the brave soldiers of our country are defending our borders and sovereignty under trying conditions, but on a day-to-day basis, it does not create any pressure or threat to most of us, allowing all economic and development activity to go on normally. Any serious disruption of economic activity or infrastructure services through cyber terrorism would surely lead to panic and pressure on the society in general and the government in particular, which in turn can even result in serious threat to the safety and security of our brave soldiers at the border. At a more serious level, cyber warfare even has the potential of silently changing the political landscape of any country, including the very powerful ones, which may seriously disrupt even the global economic balance. With the rapid growth of internet, information technology, and communication technology, this threat is becoming stronger and stronger and can be a silent killer. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the gathering storm, which needs to be addressed and dealt with, and we are proud to have with us today leading thinkers, policymakers, and experts on the subject to share their perception and to walk us through various aspects of cyber terrorism, its impact on our economy, and also the way to mitigate it. Without pressing the panic button, I like to end by saying that cyber terrorism is the single most serious threat to any country and its economy, and I'm sure the deliberation at this seminar will give us a better understanding of recognizing and dealing with such threats for our future security. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sen. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege to invite our chief guest, Mr. N.K. Narayanan, to deliver his inaugural address. Sir, I must thank you for being here with us today. And I must share with you, ladies and gentlemen, that it was on just one call to Mr. M.K. Narayanan when he was somewhere on the sand dunes in Jaisalmer on a personal visit that I was able to establish contact with him. And I just said one sentence, and he said, "I'm there, I'll be there, I'll contact you from Bangalore." So thank you very much, sir. My pleasure. Would you like to?
Before I start, may I correct Anirudh Diary? A spook is always a spook. And I wasn't in the sand dunes in Jaisalmer on a personal visit. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. General Shankar Rao Chowdhury, Patron Senator XK, Air Chief Marshal Raha, President